Good afternoon, fans. This is the girl from Mel'S Mat Chat, and this is episode 342 of the podcast. How is everybody doing? Now you're wondering, what the hell is going on? Why am I on Tuesday? Well, not Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, WWE and AEW decides to have back-to-back PLE/slash pay-per-views. So let's get this off and running, and I'm going to give you my schedule for this weekend's festivities. So after SmackDown, I'm going live right after SmackDown on Friday with preview and predictions of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. As soon as the King and Queen of the Ring tournament is ended, I'm going live with the review. Sunday morning, I'm getting up really early, which I don't want to do, but I got to do. I'm going live at 9 a.m. with the preview and predictions of Double or Nothing. And then Monday, you're going to get me for the review because you know Tony Khan, I ain't staying up and doing the review. So you got to deal with me. And plus, I will be off so I can do it whenever I want. Yay. Friday, right after SmackDown, preview and predictions, the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. Right after the PLE on Saturday, I'm going live with the review. Sunday at 9 a.m., I'm going live with the preview and predictions of AEW's Double or Nothing. And then on Monday, at some point, you will know about it. I will tweet it as soon as they go off the air on Sunday or Monday morning. So, there's not much to get into here. This is basically from last week's Collision and Rampage, and I'm going to give you last week's SmackDown, and then I'm getting you out of here because you know what goes on the preview and predictions. For King and Queen of the Ring tournament, you're going to get the go-home shows from this past Monday and Friday. On Sunday morning, you're going to get the go-home shows of Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision, which all are going to be done. Depending on my mood on Saturday, I may be moving up the review, depending. I really don't like to go live twice in one day because it fucks up my streams, and I like to have its own day and everything like that. This is why I'm going early, because that means I have Friday to relax because I'm going live on Friday with the preview and predictions of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. I wish they would have had this separate, you know. But it is what it is. Little breaking news. All Out will be not on September 1st. It will be on September 7th. Fuck you, Tony Khan, because it's my son's birthday. Thank you very much. So that one may be, I don't know, if I'm going to be exhausted that day. I'm going to have to legitimately do the preview and predictions legitimately right after SmackDown on that day. Or what I may do, depending on if Rampage goes back to Friday, I may, if it doesn't, which I'm hoping to God it doesn't, that means I could do my regular show on Thursday and then Friday morning at some point do the preview and predictions, and then I'll have Saturday all together. Or I have to wait till my son goes to bed and then probably miss out half on SmackDown. As soon as he gets to go to bed and goes to sleep, I can then do it. Because I don't want him on here and he will bug me. And because he's autistic, so it's like I'm still having a child and everything like that. So, but we'll jump to that bridge when we get to it. I'm just trying to foresee, have a premonition on what's going to be going on in the next couple of months. But definitely no more September 1st for All Out. It will be September 7th for All Out. It gives you a nice little bit of a break between All In and All Out. Not to mention, we will be having a pay-per-view somehow in there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it is SummerSlam. Let me just check with all my schedule here. Let me check. Let me take a loo here. If I'm not mistaken, no, Bash in Berlin. Then we first that whole thing goes. Start off with SummerSlam on the 3rd of August. Then we go to the 25th is All In. The 31st is Bash in Berlin, and then on the 7th is All Out. So it's going to be one wingding of a, you know, like 5 or 6 weeks. So you're going to just be bared with it. Um, so yeah, again, I'm on here because of what's going on this weekend. So just, it is what it is, but it actually works out for my benefit because then I can relax and enjoy the weekend. So now since we have the King and Queen of the Ring tournament first, we're going to go with WWE, get that out of the way, and then we're going to go right into last week's Collision and Rampage. Get you out of here, and it's simple as that. So hopefully everybody had a great weekend this past weekend. We're going to have a great weekend this weekend. We have so much going on with wrestling and so on and so forth. I just want to catch everybody up with my health. Had my mammogram, still in remission, still losing weight. Just the guy that started to sabotage me a little bit, but I'm good. I've tried to handle it, and hopefully he gets through. Or I'm going to say, every time he tries to order for me food, I'm going to tell him, "Do you want me back to being the weight that I was?" This is taking so much effort and everything. Today I'm a little bloated and I'm a little swollen. I am having a psoriatic arthritis outbreak, flare up. So it is what it is. So yes, we are truckling along. We're truckling along, and we are, doing our thing, which is basically professional wrestling. Let's get down to this. But first, I'm going to, of course, shamelessly plug my stuff that I normally do. Please do me a favor and follow me on all social media. Please check out Facebook, Threads, Instagram, X, TikTok, all Mel's Mat Chat. Follow me there. Please also follow me. Oh, and on Cameo. I'm on Cameo as well. If you want me to do anything spicy, do you want me to tell somebody to go fuck off? I will do it, and you won't have any blood on your hands. I will do it all, and I don't have a problem with that. So go check all that out. TikTok, Cameo, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and X. Please also check me out on Snapchat, which is Real Mel's Mat Chat. So go check me out on all of them. Please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for all notifications. So when I go live, do an upload, or do a short, you will all know about it. Please also go check out the people over at My Extra Classics at myextraclassics.com. Visit their website for all your beard essentials. Graduation, Father's Day, etc. are coming up. So don't you want to have a great gift for the man in your life who has a beard, or even the woman in your life who has a beard, or in between, whomever is having a graduation or whatever the case may be, and they have a beard? Go check out My Extra Classics at myextraclassics.com. They are doing some great things. They're great for the community, so I had to get my name behind it. Plus, they're very they're good with, I believe, special needs and everything like that. So I had to, jump on board and support them. So go check out myextraclassics.com. If you want to murder your thirst and you want the artillery to murder your thirst, please do me a favor and go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Visit their website for all your artillery. You could stock up on regular spring water, salsa water, flavored salsa water, iced tea and sports packs. They're evolving, they're doing great things over there. And if you like skulls and you want to get the merchandise alone is fucking awesome. So go check it out at liquiddeath.com. Please, if you are a coffee aficionado just like I am, please do yourself a favor and go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Go visit their website for all your coffee essentials and sample the world's strongest coffee with the lowest acidic rate. Also, please, this weekend, if you think wrestling is running rampant, well, there's another place that you can get a wrestling fix. And if you can't get there, please do yourself a favor, download the Thriller app, formerly known as Fight, and sign up, and you can watch these awesome events from House of Glory. They are doing the War Within this Saturday in Boston. They have a 3-on-3 match with AJ Francis, formerly known as Top Dollar from I can't even remember Hit Row, and he is bringing a couple of guys with him. He's bringing Tay Rock, Chess, DNA, and The Saga. So go get the tickets, go sign up and everything. Also appearing there, HOG World Championship match, Matt Riddle versus Mike Santana. Gringo Loco will be there. Sexy Star will be there. And she will be teaming up with Rena Dorada versus Violet and Diamond. Amazing Red is coming back home. Lo Sombra versus Nolo Katana. And Cold-Blooded Killers versus the main event for the HOG World Tag Team titles. So what are you going to do on a Saturday night? It's supposed to rain. So what are you going to do? You're going to go and try to stand in line at a club, or go try to spend money at a movie, which is like almost $20 plus. You could spend. I've grandfathered because I first got the subscription through Fight, now Thriller, for $4.99. But get this, it's a low price for $7.99, and I don't think that they've raised the prices. So go check that out. Go download it. You get a lot of stuff. You get a lot of stuff with this. You could also get, if you purchase things through there, you can get credit and you can use them on the bigger pay-per-views. So it's well worth it. Go check it out. Also, I'm sorry, the War Within will not be, I don't think that's on in Boston. I think the 25th will be in Boston. I apologize. Tomorrow, on Friday night, will be in Queens. So if you can get to it, you can get to it. I apologize. I got the two mixed up. Sorry. On Saturday, they're traveling up to Beantown, Boston, and it's going to be the Glory of War. Mustafa Ali versus Alex Price. World Championship match, Mike Santana versus JT Dunn. Sami Callihan versus Charles Mason. Sexy Star will be there, and so much more. Also, Mike Santana on Puerto Rican Day weekend, which is in June 8th, there will be an event with House of Glory. So get all your tickets and get all the information, including follow them on social media, and you can find out what the heck is going on. So you can keep up to date on the matches and whatnot. So go check everything out on hogwrestling.net. Good afternoon, Alyssa. How are you, girl? I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you. All right. I want to also, before we get into this whole situation, it was known by Brandy Rhodes, which, as you well know, I've had issues with her in the past. I've warmed up to her, and she's a really kick-ass chick. I want to share with you that she had surgery or upcoming surgery for endometriosis. Now, I've had endometriosis, and it's the worst pain on the planet. I would rather go through childbirth 100 times over because it actually stops after a while. I'm going to share my story really, really quickly on this. And this is why we need women to come out and say, this is enough. You can go legitimately into a gynecologist. I could go legitimately tomorrow and say, I'm a guy and I could get a guy and they'll treat me like a guy. And it's baloney. A woman could right now today, anywhere in the United States, say that if they're a guy, they could go into fucking the gynecologist's office and they could get a hysterectomy. And insurances pick this up with no problem. All right. For us women who probably on the occasion, you're getting up there, they know that they're not going to want to have any more children. They should be able to walk into their doctors, say that I'm a sound mind and sound body to make this decision. I don't want any more children. I want a hysterectomy, and that's it. It's ridiculous. So my story is that back in the, I think, when my son was very relatively young, I got an IUD put in me. Because in case I wanted to, have relations and, and not have to worry about having another child. So I got it. Worst decision of my life. I ended up getting a menstrual cycle for months on end. So I got it taken out. Period went back, menstrual cycle went back, everything, but I ended up developing a lot of pain, which caused me to be in bed for a week and bleeding horrendously. I couldn't deal with it. And I was talking to my doctor. My doctor said to me verbatim, after doing everything that he could possibly do, saying he's not taking out perfectly good organs. I turned around to him and said, well, aren't you not supposed to do and leave your patients in pain because you're not supposed to do any harm? This is doing harm to me. As soon as I said that, he told me to go fucking see another goddamn gynecologist. Thankfully, my insurance was the saving grace. I ended up going to Northwell University Medical System. Wonderful fucking medical system. I feel like I'm with family. They put me first. I want to shout out my doctor. Her name is Dr. Sudi Try. She's located in Franklin Square, New York, and Mineola. Just Google it. I got in there. Within 2 to 3 weeks, I got testing done. I got everything. My doctor comes in and says, you'll be hearing from my assistant in a couple of days, and we're scheduling you for a hysterectomy. This is during COVID. I legitimately got to almost to my knees, and I was like, is this for real? Am I going to get this? And are you joking with me? She's like, no. I went through it. 2 months of pain, of recovering and everything like that. It has legitimately changed my life. I don't have to worry about getting a period. I'm unfortunately going through menopause, but I knew I was going to go through this. I'm just speeding it up. I said to her, I'm going to go through with this. Let me go through this now. Let's get it over with. And then I don't have to fucking worry about this. I don't care. At the time, I was 38 years old. I was way too old to be doing the child thing again. And nobody's going to tell me, oh, what happens if you get married? I'm 40 years old. I'm 42 years old. I have an 18-year-old going to be 19. Yeah, I'm not fucking stupid enough like some other people that had a 14, 15-year-old kid. And then at the time, a 13-year-old to start all over again. Because I have a cousin like that. She was this close of finishing up and she got pregnant again. Now she is at the helm of a fucking 7-year-old that is a bona fide fucking goddamn spoiled motherfucking brat. She's told yes all the time. So I'm free. I'm an empty nester. I'm living my life. I'm happy. I'm actually happy. You know, I have my son. He's the love and joy of my life. I do everything for him. I advocate for him. He's severely autistic. I will always be that motherly and being needed. I will always be needed. That means I don't have to have any more children. That means I get to move on with my life, where all my friends and family are starting to have children. Guess what? I'm having a party. So it is what it is. But my thoughts, my prayers, my God, Brandy, girl, please, for the love of God, please take care of yourself and be that kick-ass mother to Liberty, and be the queen that I know you can be to the Rhodes family. You are going to take the place of Cody's mom, not too soon, but in the distant future, and you will be the matriarch of that family. And let me tell you something, you are already exceeding your soon-to-be role, and your father-in-law is looking down on you and just giving you the good vibes. And I'm sending here from Mel's Mat Chat to my prayers, and let's make this discussion. Definitely make this a discussion. Women's health is not just having children or anything. It goes deeper than that. Endometriosis is a real thing, and doctors better start listening to us and opening the possibilities that maybe we need more research on this. Enough is enough. Thank you, Owen Art. As I said, that I was trying to get you out here, but that fucking just completely went me on a tangent. And you know me on tangents. All right, so we're going to start off with SmackDown. SmackDown from last week is we had the King of the Ring tournament quarterfinals. And we had the matches as follow: Randy Orton versus Carmella Hayes, and Tama Tonga versus LA Knight. For the women's side, the Queen of the Ring, we had Tiffany Stratton and Bianca Belair, and then we had Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax. And then we had the Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul sign their contract for the match that they will be having this Saturday. Again, before we continue, if you want to donate anything, I have my PayPal app if you want to donate until I can get 1,000 subscribers, so I can take super chats, so you can go through here and not through my pay app. Donate whatever you want. I will try to get you. And please, if there is a note or anything that you could leave your name, I will shout you out here, and you'll get a shout out here, and it is what it is. If you have a question, you will be entitled to ask a question. All you have to do is DM me on X. So that is that. So, my shoulder is killing me today. Oh my God. The show opened up with a video of hyping up the King and Queen of the Ring tournament and everything that has happened so far in both tournaments. We then see the arrival of the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the megastar LA Knight, the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga, and the WWE Hall of Famer himself, the wise man, Paul Heyman. Alyssa, Liv Morgan is mid-card, can't stand what the fuck promo on Monday. Can't stand her. Why? Doesn't deserve the push. Got in trouble with the law. Mugshot. Pretty lack of charisma. Doesn't look WrestleMania main eventer. Get off TV. Heel thing. Awful. Absolutely. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna use her. They're gonna use her. She's gonna be in a situation. She's gonna be a transitional champion if she gets the title. That means Rhea's gonna come back. She's gonna take this little 5-fucking-0 little twit, squash the shit out of her, take back her title, take back her man, and she could go fuck off. They need to bring her and put her on SmackDown. That's where she would be best off. Or please, do us a favor, put her back down in NXT. That would even be better, you know? My hair is so frizzy today. I got to put something in it when I go take a shower again later. I take 2 showers a day, which some internet people probably, that would be too much for them. That would be overkill. Me, I like to stay nice and clean, nice and healthy, and, looking good. From earlier in the day, as well as the arrivals of the women's tag team champion, Jade Cargill, the irresistible force, Nia Jax, the Viper, Randy Orton, and Carmelo Hayes. Corey Graves and Wade Barrett would then welcome us to the show, and we get entrances of the first match of the night, which is the WWE Queen of the Ring tournament quarterfinal match, which is Bianca Belair and Tiffany Stratton. I really thought that they were going to do a shocking situation, that they were going to send Tiffany Stratton. I really don't think she's in a situation where she would like to cover her body up, because that's all she's got. I mean, seriously. I mean, she had a fucking wardrobe malfunction. So I don't think she's ready to be even put in a situation of going over there, because of the fact is that she refuses to cover up. So they're not going to have her on the show. They're going to put the people who have been there or know what the heck is going on over there to actually be trusted. Like Rhea's allowed over there. I know, with the multitude of tattoos. Becky, Liv, all of the Tiffany, she was put over in France for one purpose and one purpose only, and we all know that what that is. Okay? So the match starts off with Belair backing Stratton into the corner. Belair leaves Stratton a clean break and flexes Stratton's face. Stratton then slaps Belair and yanks her down by her hair. Stratton then mocks Belair. Belair then kips up and slaps Stratton. Belair then runs over Stratton. Stratton then kicks Belair as she tries to take over with a handstand. Stratton then hits the ropes and gets blasted with a gut buster by Belair. Belair then starts favoring her previously injured knee. Belair then hits Stratton with 10 punches in the corner. Stratton then tries to pull Belair by her hair again, but Belair responds by sending Stratton into the turnbuckle. Stratton then rolls out of the ring and Belair tries to follow, but Stratton pulls Belair's braid, causing Belair's knee to get caught in the ropes. As Belair writhers in pain, Stratton sends her into the steel ring steps knee first. Stratton then continues her assault on Belair's knee. Belair then fires up and hits Stratton with a suplex for a near fall. Stratton then goes for a basement stomp, but Belair counters and moves into a roll-up, and Stratton kicks out. Belair then sets up Stratton for a KOD, but Stratton escapes and lands on her feet. Stratton then takes Belair down and hits Belair with a double stomp, but only to get a 2 count. Stratton then goes for a handspring strike in the corner, but Belair reverses it into a German suplex that turns Belair inside out, and Stratton still manages to kick out. Stratton then then pokes Belair in the eyes while the referee is distracted. Stratton then hits Belair with a basement lariat. Stratton then sets up for the prettiest moonsault ever, but Belair stops Stratton. Belair then hits Stratton with a KOD for the win, and she's not going to Saudi Arabia. Because you all know that this Friday, SmackDown will be at in Saudi Arabia. Alyssa, would Revenge Tour work better? Shayna Baszler history, both Rhea and Becky Lynch. Shayna Baszler needs to fucking be that beast that she was in NXT. That would what's going on with Liv Morgan should have been with Shayna Baszler years ago. And I will always say this about Shayna Baszler. No, Becky Lynch knew that she was pregnant. Why didn't she say, fuck this, I'm letting Shayna have it. It makes sense. I could go away and we could have Asuka and Shayna take my money. Shayna got screwed because fucking Becky Lynch didn't want to do it the way WWE did not want to do it the way it should have been done. Shayna deserves a singles title. She's deserved it ever since she came up to the main roster in NXT. That was where she did her best work, in NXT Black and Gold. She fucking dominated. The only other person that I could think of that would be on the same cusp as her is Asuka. So those two having a program on Raw, take my money. So then, after a win, Kathy Kelly interviews Bianca Belair in the middle of the ring. Bianca Belair says her knee wasn't 100%, but she was going to keep showing up and showing out. The crowd then chants EST, and Belair says there's nothing will stop her from becoming queen of the ring. WWE United States Champion, the Maverick, Logan Paul, was then shown backstage, and he suddenly ran into the megastar, LA Knight. The two stared at each other for a second before Paul was grabbed by SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis to talk. We then get a video package profiling a number of WWE stars hanging out with the members of the U.S. Navy, and Corey Graves says it was Military Appreciation Month. They were in Jacksonville. Oh, and Tony Khan probably fucking felt the earth fucking move. Like, we have incoming WWE superstars. Please brace Tony Khan for the arrival of WWE superstars. Make sure we have the White Claw on hand for him. And please find the local Coke dealer, because he's going to need it. And take us home, because he'll be on Twitter for this. I can only imagine what he was feeling like when WWE superstars were in town. Seriously. I mean, come on. Tony Khan is fucking hiding because he fucking took a fucking bogus bump. Meanwhile, fucking the former owner, the old man, and his son could fucking probably go toe to toe right now. Well, not right now, probably in their prime with the Young Bucks. I'm sorry, the Young Bucks. Oh, you might home. That's just that. Anywho, moving on. We then head back to the back once more, where Byron Saxton interviewing the WWE Tag Team Champion Jade Cargill. Cargill says Nia Jax is a beast and an irresistible force, but to her, Jax was just in her way. Belair then enters and the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions talk about the possibility of standing across the ring from each other in the next round of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Cargill then walks away. We then get a video recapping everything that happened with the Bloodline last week. The Bloodline was shown backstage, and Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman was speaking. Heyman asks Sikoa if he had talked to Roman Reigns today. Sikoa says all the time and walks away. I've got to ask this question because this has been irking me. If he's been talking to Roman Reigns, why doesn't he? And if you're telling me because he broke the phone, motherfucker, he's got another phone. He's got another phone. He could say, "Hey, my phone broke," or since he's got it, since apparently Solo broke the phone, say, excuse me, but you broke the phone. I need a new one. You're going to pay for it, or am I going to have the company bill you so they can pay me to get a new phone? Or how about this? He's got that other phone. I'm going to call Roman myself, or I'm going to DM and say, I got my phone broke. I don't have your number. Can I have your number? Because we need to talk. Come on, make it make sense. The megastar LA Knight was then interviewed. Knight says that the bloodline doesn't look the same these days, and he's going to move on to win the King of the Ring. Carmelo Hayes then enters and says he wants to give Knight the ability to welcome him to SmackDown. Knight then talks about how people didn't know who the first draft pick was the year Tom Brady was drafted. And I don't give a shit about Tom Brady. He's a fucking cheater. If I was Roger Goodell, I would have fuck suspension. I would have fucking revoked every fucking ring of Tom Brady's legacy. Everyone that was before Deflategate and then after, because you can't be trusted. So he goes from potentially having a mega Hall of Fame career to being a disgrace because he cheated. I knew he wasn't that good either. And this is not coming from a Jet fan. This is coming from a legitimate sports fan. You cheat. Everything what you have done, past or present, is now in question because you couldn't do it on your own. You had to cheat. There was no way in hell, even now, you can't get that fucking goddamn good. There is no way. I knew something wasn't copacetic. Having fucking almost 50, 60 points per game? Come on. Please, for the love of God, who do you think I am? And what do you think I am, a fool? No, I'm not. I'm not a fool. I'm far from it. I knew something wasn't right with that. Anywho, I could go on that for like another 2 hours, but let's digress and move on. Knight then did his catchphrase and tells Hayes to go play somewhere else because he is busy. Next match for the King of the Ring tournament quarterfinal match. LA Knight versus Tama Tonga. The match starts off with Tonga. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to get a little weird for about a year for me talking about Tama Tonga in WWE. So for the life, please forgive me where I'm a little weirded out, okay? So the match starts off with Tonga charging at Knight as soon as the bell rings. Knight then delivers some jabs on Tonga. Tonga then puts Knight in a sleeper, but Knight escapes. Knight then stops and back body drops attempts from Tonga, which allows Tonga to hit Knight with a boot in his face. Tonga then hits Knight with a lariat. Tonga then misses a splash in the corner. Knight then hits Tonga with a back body drop. Knight then stomps Tonga in the corner. Knight then hits Tonga with a running knee. Solo, Sequoia, and Tonga Loa then hop up on the apron. Tonga then blasts Knight in the corner as he distracted by the rest of the bloodline. Tonga then nails Knight with a diving lariat off the apron. The crowd chants they want Roman as Tonga works over Knight. Knight then fires up and calls for a BFT, but Tonga Loa pulls Tonga out of the ring. Tonga then goes up top and tries to hit splash on Knight, but Knight moves and hits Tonga with a series of strikes and crossbody before clotheslining Tonga over the top rope. Knight then slams Tonga's head on the apron repeatedly. Knight then hits Tonga with a power slam and elbow drops combination. Knight then drop kicks Tonga Loa and has a stare down with Solo. Sequoia. As soon as Knight returns to the ring, Tonga hits Knight with a complete shot for the win. And Tonga Loa moves on. Let's go to your Tonga Loa. All right, you've been signed for months. You get thrown into this. You're jetting all over the world. You've seen more fucking mileage around the world than you have probably in your time in Japan. You've been stationed in Japan and probably just coming home and going back and forth. Tama is probably saying, Jesus Christ. I knew the scheduling here was ridiculous, but I didn't know I was going to go all over the fucking world. Paul, I'm going to need more pot tax. So Knight was then shown walking backstage as he runs into Hayes again. Knight and Hayes then jaw jacks each other before things were broken up by Charles Robertson. So SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis is already in the ring for the champion versus champion contract signing between the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, and the WWE United States champion, the Maverick Logan Paul. Aldis introduces the United States champion, Logan Paul, makes his way down to the ring with an entourage and a lawyer. Undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, makes his way down to the ring next. Cody starts off by playing to the crowd and asks them what they want to talk about. Cody then asks Logan what happened on the grounds they stood on 32 years ago. Cody then says Logan wasn't born yet, so he wouldn't know, but it was War Games in 1992. I was 10, all right, people? I was 10, and I actually remember this. For the love of God, I hate being 42 years old. Cody then says the reason he knows all of this is because much like the people in the crowd, he's a fan of professional wrestling. I love that he says professional wrestling. Thank you so very much, Mr. Rhodes. Cody then calls Logan Paul a tourist and says now is the time Logan gets off the bus and becomes a Grand Slam champion. Logan then says he heard that from the last guy and the guy before that. He didn't come here today to listen to Cody talk as he came to sign a contract. Logan then insists on signing the contract and calls his lawyer over to inspect. Logan then tears up the contract and says he never agreed to put his title on the line. So he draws up a contract that he made that did not put the United States title on the line. Nick Aldis then says this is bad business and not what they agreed to. Cody then tells Aldis to allow him and Logan to sign the contract and get it done. Logan then says that Cody has done nothing to deserve a U.S. title shot and throws the contract at him. Cody then calls Logan Paul a human hat rack and says the honeymoon is over. Cody then says he has seen Logan do a flip, so big deal. Cody then mentions Mike Tyson, WWE Hall of Famer, and says Tyson will knock Jake Paul out in 8 days, and in Saudi Arabia, he will defeat. And in 8 days in Saudi Arabia, he will defeat Logan Paul. Cody then signs the contract. Paul then tries to attack Rhodes, but is sent to the floor. Cody then powerbombs a member of Paul's entourage through one of the tables in the ring. Cody then throws the United States title at Paul, who was standing on the outside of the ring. Cody's music then hits to the end of the segment, and we go. Then that is finished. Now, what has Logan Paul have done to? What has Logan Paul done? I mean, he got beat by Roman Reigns, so why is he getting a world title shot? Should he be putting the title on the line at the King and Queen of the Ring tournament? So, logic gap there. Chucky. Hi, Chucky. How are you? And thank you for the lovely comment. It's hot here in New York. It's 80 degrees. I have my air conditioning on. I'm keeping cool. We then head to the back where Kathy Kelly is interviewing Nia Jax. Jax interrupted Kelly and said, everyone is saying Jade Cargill is so strong and impressive. Jade then says Cargill will not be queen of the ring because she will be queen of the ring. Jax's music starts and she heads her way down to the ring where we have that match. So the match starts off with Jax and Cargill going nose to nose. Jax then nails Cargill. Cargill then hits Jax with a spine buster. Jax then rolls out of the ring and Cargill follows. Jax then tosses Cargill. Cargill's daughter is in the crowd and she yells at Jax to leave her mother alone. Cargill then crawls towards her daughter. Jax then yanks Cargill away and screams in her daughter's face that her mother sucks. Cargill then attacks Jax. Both women then fight outside the ring. Jax then sends Cargill over the barricade. Jax then grabs a chair. Cargill then blocks a chair shot, yanks the chair away, and hits Jax with it, causing a disqualification. There was only one way of going through this, and I think if they really wanted to throw a monkey wrench in this whole situation, why have a DQ? They could have had a time limit situation. And because of that, this match would have went to next week, or they could have had this match next week in Saudi Arabia, which is on Friday. Now, I don't know if they're going to have spoilers or not. I may go, depending on the whole situation. If I get spoilers, you're going to see me going live a little early, which that means I get to relax on Friday night, and you guys get to get a preview of predictions and spoilers on Friday afternoon at some point. So yay me. So hopefully, fingers crossed. So then Nia Jax moves on. Tag team match. Legado del Fantasma, Humberto and Angel versus Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, DIY. The match starts off with Gargano and Humberto. Gargano quickly had control of the match until he took Humberto down and tagged in Ciampa. Ciampa then cleaned house, and Ciampa and Gargano hit stereo suicide dives on Legado del Fantasma. Ciampa was running the ropes, but Angel held down the top rope and sent Ciampa to the outside. Ciampa was then beating Angel down until Humberto tagged in and hit Ciampa with a Garza special. Humberto then gets a 2 count. Humberto and Ciampa then tries to suplex each other multiple times until Ciampa hits a suplex on Humberto. Gargano then gets tagged in and takes both Humberto and Angel out. Gargano then hits a slingshot spear on Humberto and goes to the top. Santos Escobar then distracts the referee, and as Electra Lopez grabs the leg of Gargano, the referee then ejects the rest of Legado del Fantasma from ringside, and DIY hit Humberto with me in the middle for the win. So they pick up the victory. Great. Graves and Wade Barrett then talks about the mysterious QR codes that have been popping up, the events that took place on the WWE Twitch channel, which was hacked because of this week, was profiled as well. We head to the back where AJ Styles was being interviewed by Baron Saxton. Saxton asks Styles where he goes from here, and Styles says next week he's going to go to Nick Aldis's office, and we will find out where he goes from there. Styles then walks away, and we head to the ring for the main event. People are saying that they should take Braun Breaker, put it back on SmackDown, and put AJ Styles on Raw. Now, since Damian Priest is kind of like on his way out of Judgment Day, we've always wanted to see these two be on the same page. It's not a pure coincidence that AJ Styles was wearing purple. All right? What if Damian Priest gets replaced by AJ Styles, and we have AJ Styles, Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio? That would be something. And the way that you can fucking pull this off is that, you know, he's been over on SmackDown. He feels alone, and even Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Mia Yim have not, you know, been there for him. And, you know, it's time to come home. I need to be with my brother who has always had the doors open for me and never had any reservations and stuff. I've come to my senses. You guys need me. You guys, I need you guys. I was wrong. I should have joined long time ago when you kicked out that aging legend that has jumped ship, or whatever the case may be. And having AJ Styles in Judgment Day, take my motherfucking money. Where is my card? This is a prop card. This is a prop card. It has my name, but it's a prop card. But take my money. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. So Bayley was interviewed by Byron Saxton, but Chelsea Green and Piper Niven cut her off. Green says Bayley was the reason Niven lost last week. Bayley says they should talk in the ring next week. So we go to the King of the Ring tournament. Carmelo Hayes versus Randy Orton. The match starts out with Hayes and Orton circling each other. Hayes then kicks Orton in the knee, and Orton goes down. Hayes then slaps Orton on the back of his head. Hayes then jaws with the crowd, and Orton looks like he's about to choke. Hayes out. Orton then sends Hayes into the ring post repeatedly. Orton then delivers some rights and lefts on Hayes in the corner, and Hayes falls out of the ring. Orton then tries to suplex Hayes on the table, but Hayes pokes Orton in the eye. Hayes then stands on the table and mocks Orton. Orton then trips Hayes on the desk and follows it up with a suplex. Orton hits Hayes with a second suplex on the desk. Hayes then manages to get to his feet, but Orton suplexes Hayes on the desk for a third time. Hayes is now working over Orton's previously injured knee. Orton then fires up and hits Hayes with a flurry of clotheslines. Orton then sends Hayes into the ring ropes for a snaps power slam, but Hayes holds onto the rope. Hayes then stalks Orton and goes for a punt kick. Orton then avoids it and hits a slap power slam on Hayes. Hayes then kicks out and Orton sets up a draping DDT. Hayes reverses it into a first 48 and Orton kicks out. Hayes then nails Orton with a series of punches to Orton's knee. Hayes misses nothing but net, but lands on his feet. Orton then hits Hayes with a draping DDT and calls for an RKO. After a series of reversals, Hayes goes for a springboard but gets hit with an RKO for the win. So then after the match, Kathy Kelly tries to interview Randy Orton in the ring, but Tama Tonga's music hits and the Bloodline make their way out. Orton has the microphone in hand and wonders if the Bloodline was trying to intimidate him. Orton then fires up and lists off his credentials. Orton then says next week he's going to introduce his foot directly up the ass of Tama Tonga before allowing Tonga to experience the three most dangerous letters in the WWE, which is the RKO, and the show ends. Now, with Carmelo Hayes, why is he losing these big matches? It's called an initiation. Because I'm telling you, Carmelo Hayes will be the next John Cena. You think it's Theory because he looks like him? No. Theory needs to fucking start. If he wants to take John Cena's place, enough of this. Cut the beard. He's got to start looking like he's going to be ready for Hollywood. He's not ready for Hollywood. Carmelo Hayes is the next big thing. So that's why. Fucking goddamn Vince McMahon, fucking goddamn choked us with Austin Theory about being the prodigy or whatever it is. He wasn't, because the way he was shoved down our throats, it backfired. He probably looked at Theory and said, wow, I got a fucking John Cena 2.0 and we're going to run with it. We're going to do the exact same fucking thing and blah, blah, blah. No, this is what you make a star out of. Carmelo Hayes, I guarantee you in the next 5 years will be a WWE WrestleMania main eventer, and I am taking that to the grave. Okay? All right. Please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for all notifications so when I go live, upload a video, or do a short, you will know about it. Please also follow me on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, TikTok, X, and Cameo, or Mel'S Mat Chat. Please also go check me out on the real Mel'S Mat Chat on Snapchat. Okay. Collision and Rampage. They were coming from the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon. I want to congratulate Ruby Soho and Angelo Parker for their wedding. Congratulations. I guess the pregnancy is real. Alyssa, only reason that The Rock comes back WWE, failure Black Adam, thought Adam though took Cody Rhodes' spot. Can't stand Roman Reigns, cryberry baby fan. Awful. Same. The Rock. Don't think that The Rock is big anymore. The Rock. When The Rock came back, he thought that he could basically come in, take everything, and that was the end of it. But he didn't realize that the fucking fans were gonna throw a monkey wrench into the works. And let me tell you something. The Rock fucking is a blithering idiot, or he just completely forgot the whole precipice of the Royal Rumble. He didn't deserve to have a rematch. Oh, yes, he did. He went into the Royal Rumble and won the fucking thing. Or do you forget about that? You've won the Royal Rumble, Rock. Your cousin Roman has won the Royal Rumble. So, by all accounts, they deserve it, right? The Rock was so stupid for saying that. Stupid. Beyond belief stupid. My hair is freaking not doing what it's supposed to today. Sorry. So we are starting off with the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay, versus Shane Taylor. So before the match began, international champion Roderick Strong, accompanied by the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions Mike Bennett and Matt Taven, walked to the broadcast booth. Roderick joined the commentary team. So Ospreay charged and Taylor, but it was like running into a brick wall. Taylor knocking Will right to the mat. Taylor walloped Ospreay with a chop to the chest. Taylor told Strong to pay attention. While Taylor was distracted, Ospreay shoved Taylor into the tavern and Bennett. Ospreay tossed a water at Roderick, splashing him right in the face. As the ref was dealing with the Undisputed Era, Kingdom, Anthony Ogogo sucker punched Will Ospreay with a right hand strike. Back in the ring, Taylor and Ospreay exchanged chops. Will Ospreay hit a back elbow, then a running boot to Taylor. Will clobbered Taylor with a flying forearm to the back of Taylor's head for a near fall. Taylor counted a hidden blade and nailed Will with a headbutt and then splashed for a 2 count. Taylor powerbombed Will and then socked Will with a left hand lariat for a near fall. Look at the face of Will Ospreay. He may not get to double or nothing, said Nigel. Ospreay rallied back with a standing Spanish fly. Taylor blocked the Oz cutter and planted Will for a 2 count. Ospreay dazed Taylor with three thrust kicks. Ospreay hit a storm driver and pinned Taylor. 9 wins without a loss in 2024, and the number 10 could come 1 week tomorrow night for the International Championship, said Tony Schiavone. Roderick Strong jumped up on one side of the apron. Bennett and Taven blindsided Will Ospreay from the opposite side. Ospreay knocked them out and hit a tope con hero on the Undisputed Kingdom. We all know that title is not going to be leaving with Roderick Strong. Please, for the love of God. It's probably in everybody's contract. Like Mercedes is going to get the TBS title. Everybody's going to get titles that he signed. So much for the standings, asshole Tony. Sniff another fucking line of coke. IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli were backstage. Moxley had a warning for Konosuke Takeshita ahead of their IWGP World Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match this Sunday at Double or Nothing. Moxley, Takeshita is a blue chipper. He came from after me. What's my secret? What's the secret of the BCC? You get used to being a target. Guys like you, the Don Callis family, you chasing the gold and the fame and fortune. BCC, we don't care about that. We do it because this is who we are. We don't hunt because we are hungry. We hunt because we are lions. We don't play for money. We play for blood. Claudio, a lot of times I feel like I'm the voice of reason in the BCC. Even if no one listens, and that's fine. But things keep repeating, and I don't like standing here talking to the camera. I think it matters. It's going out there and showing them week after week. You know, how many people stand back here and practice their lines in the mirror, and they come out here to tell you it's been their dream their entire life, but it's all fake because they don't live it. We see through the fake because you try to make a name out of us. Big mistakes because you are dealing with the real deal out here. Moxley, Takeshita, you started this game at Double or Nothing. We're just going to finish it. Orange Cassidy was backstage about to be interviewed about Trent and their match from Dynamite 2 weeks ago. Then Don Callis interrupts. Callus, Orange, I know how hard it was. You had to put down your best friend. I had to put down family. I know better than anyone what you're going through. In fact, after what I had to do last year, I put down a family member, Kenny Omega. The best thing you could do with that you're going through is get right back on the horse. You need to start wrestling again. You need some opponents. I have access to everyone. Callus puts his arm around Orange and they walked away together. Callus continuing the conversation. Hook versus Johnny TV. Morrison. Mundo. Impact. What other names can we have for him? Hook used a judo throw on Johnny TV. Johnny stunned Hook with a running knee strike. Hook hit a belly-to-belly suplex and followed up with a lariat. Hook hurled Johnny TV with another judo throw. Johnny retaliated with a jawbreaker. Tanya distracted the referee while Johnny connected with a springboard kick. Johnny landed the Starship Pain on Hook for a 2 count. Johnny went for another Starship Pain, but Hook avoided it. Hook applied the red rum and Johnny tapped out. Hook will go on Dynamite in a trios qualifier match if he can get another shot at the FTW title, said Shivani. Hook needs to get the fuck out of AEW. Or they need to do a storyline with Taz and do the same thing with fucking goddamn they did with Dominic and Ray. But this time we reversed the fucking thing. Have Taz say, you know what? You disgust me. How could you be my son? You lost our title. What did you do? I mean, and then have somebody to come in and have Taz have that next the submission machine. You know what I mean? And then that's the only thing else left. And then where is Hook gonna go? Do you see him headlining fucking pay-per-views as AEW World Champion? Absolutely not. He needs to go to WWE. And with them going to CW, could you imagine him being one of the faces of NXT to bring that brand into the next level? Maybe we could start going back to the black and gold brand. That was the only thing that fucking worked back then. Let's revamp that. Let's do that, okay? The wrestler Katsuri Shibata versus Rocky Romero. Shibata put Rocky in a figure 4 leg lock early in the match. Rocky escaped and applied the iron octopus on Shibata. Shibata put Rocky back in the figure 4. Rocky escaped again and drilled Shibata with a tornado DDT. Rocky double stop, Shibata off the top rope as Shibata was draped over the middle rope. Shibata's leg tripped Rocky and then put Rocky in a leg lock. Rocky reached the ropes, forcing the ref to break the hold. Shibata scored a running drop kick in the corner. Shibata rocked Rocky with a PK kick and then put Rocky in a figure 4 again. And this time Rocky tapped out. Shibata move on. So now we know two men, said Tony. That's right. Shibata advances alongside Hook and one more competitor and Wednesday night. And then the winner will face Chris Jericho for the FTW Championship, replied Nigel. The Bounty, Brian Keith versus Iron Savage's Boulder. Boulder picked apart Brian Keith with a short arm lariats. Brian Keith ran into straight kick from Boulder. Boulder power slammed Brian Keith for a near fall. Brian Keith stunned Boulder with a leaping European uppercut and then a cutter. And Brian Keith pinned Boulder. It'll be Brian Keith, Hook, and Shibata on Dynamite on Wednesday, and 3 men will wrestle for a shot at Chris Jericho's FTW Championship, said Tony Schiavone. And that's happening tonight, so tune in. I know. Wow. I'm telling people to tune in tonight for AEW. Yeah. And people say that I'm just a WWE shill. I'm not. I love professional wrestling. I love New Japan when I get a chance to watch it. I watch a little bit of NWA. I keep what's going on there. I keep what's going on in MLW. It's daunting task, but I'm getting through it. Okay, people. Alyssa, did you see Buddy Murphy's girl? Did I see it? Oh yes, little fucking cheeky bastard he is. I need a dupe on her ass. I need a dupe on her ass. I need that as a pillow. We need to make that the new neck pillows of 2024. Bar none. Yes, I did it, and I even liked it. Yes, I did see it. Oh, model, did I see it? The bastard Pac was backstage with a message for Bullet Club Gold. Pac, I saw their little television message and the credits, and credit where credit is due. They are hilarious chaps and typically a naughtier behavior that would rattle my bastard feathers, but not today. I couldn't care less. You expect me to care about those idiots? Make me feel anything. I'm begging you. I'm daring you. Make me care. Try harder. Make me care. The unified world trios champions, the Bang Bang Gang, were making their entrance when they turned around and we saw the bastard Pac was at their feet unconscious. What? That's Pac. What the hell? Said Tony Schiavone. Jay White, I bet you care now, don't you, bastard? I told you, stay out of the Bang Bang business. That I'm sorry, but that's a little cheeky here. Holy shit, Jay, Mr. White. Oh my God, the thoughts. The Professor, Serena Deeb versus Anna Jay. Deeb went right after the back of Anna Jay. Deeb nailed Anna Jay with a swinging neck breaker for a near fall. Deeb tied up Anna Jay in a lady in the lake and then drop kicked Anna Jay on the tailbone. Anna Jay rallied back with a suplex. Deeb cracked Anna Jay with a neck breaker over the middle rope. Anna connected with a forearm shot and a high kick to Deeb. Anna Jay followed up with a flatliner for a near fall. Deeb dropped Anna with a released German suplex. Anna Jay locked on the Queen Slayer, but gave up as she was almost pinned by Deeb. Deeb face planted Anna Jay. Deeb placed Anna Jay in a Serenity lock and made Anna Jay tap out. Luther the Butler came down to the ring and walked away with Deeb's dojo flag. Mariah May grabbed the other side of the flag and it was held up while the AEW World Champion Tony Storm undressed behind the flag and wrapped around herself. Deeb chased Storm up the ramp. Storm retreated to the back. All right, that specific situation. Oh yeah, I got face planted with a pie. I got pie faced in WWE. I come to AEW and then I do this. So you mean to tell me that you can't do this shit and then try to do everything else? No. You can't get your character over by not doing stuff like this, then you've already lost me. I don't like this version of Tony Storm. I need the fucking Tony Storm like it was NXT UK. She fucking kicked ass, take names, and that's it. We need ass kickers, not women that take it up the ass. We could also go and check out Juice Robinson. Does she take it up the ass? Or she takes it in the mouth? Or do you let her suck Tony Khan's cock? Disgusting. The Patriarch, Nick Wayne versus Jack Cartwheel. Nick Wayne stopped the munhole in Jack in the corner. Cartwheel connected with a cartwheel kick. Cartwheel backflipped over the top rope, but Nick Wayne moved out of the way. Cartwheel crashed and burned. Nick Wayne punted Cartwheel in the back with a kick. Nick Wayne smashed Cartwheel with Wayne's World and cracked Cartwheel with a house call kick and pinned Cartwheel. Orange Cassidy versus Isaiah Cassidy. Orange took down Cassidy in an arm drag. Orange put Isaiah in a backslide for a near fall. Orange put Isaiah in a bow and arrow submission, but Isaiah escaped and transitioned into a pinning position, but Orange kicked out. Orange nailed Cassidy with a tope suicida. Don Callis was seen watching the match on the monitor backstage. Tony Schiavone announced that Wednesday on AEW Dynamite, it will be Orange Cassidy against Konosuke Takeshita. Outside the ring, Orange clapped Cassidy with a dropkick and then whipped Cassidy into the barricade. Trent walked down to the front row, sneering at Orange. Cassidy planted Orange onto the edge of the barricade, right in front of Trent. Cassidy rocked Orange with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Isaiah sent Orange into the turnbuckles. Isaiah moved the steel ring steps and nodded at Trent. I'm going to finish the job. When I do, you owe me some big bucks, Isaiah to Trent. Trent to pile drive Orange onto the steel ring steps, but Orange countered it with a back body drop, sending Cassidy crashing onto the arena floor. Trent is fuming at ringside as Orange has fought his way back into the match, said Nigel. Orange and Isaiah slugged it out in the center of the ring. Orange nailed Cassidy with a stun dog millionaire and a spinning DDT. Orange threw his elbow pad at Trent's direction. Orange attempted a beach break, but Isaiah countered with a sunset flip for a near fall. Cassidy dodged a splash from Isaiah, but Isaiah fired back with a cutter on Orange. Both men pump kicked each other on the apron. Both men collapsed. Isaiah used the referee to stun Orange with a silly string. Isaiah followed up with a swanton for a near fall on Orange. Orange pulped Isaiah with a beach break out of nowhere to score the pin. Don Callis was smiling backstage watching the monitor. Lexi Nair interviewed Trent, who was still in the front row. Trent, being at ringside is plainly obvious to me. I am a better professional wrestler than Orange Cassidy. The only reason he beat me the other week because he cheated. He doesn't think the rules apply to him. While we're out here, I like to issue a challenge, double or nothing, straight up wrestling match, myself against the narcissist. Orange had heard enough and attacked Trent. Security pulled Orange away from Trent. AEW main event trios match. Collision. The Collision main event, sorry. Bryan Danielson, FTR, versus the Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer, and the Righteous, Vincent and Dutch. Vincent whipped Dax into the turnbuckle. Vincent fishhooked Dax's mouth and gouged it. Dax retaliated with a leg drop. Cash tagged in and FTR hit tandem offense on Vincent for a near fall. Dutch tagged in and scoop slammed Cash. Cash ducked a big boot and drop kicked Dutch. FTR hit a double Russian leg sweep on Dutch. Dax smashed Dutch with a bulldog off the turnbuckles. Things broke down as all six men began to brawl. Archer splashed Dax in the corner with two running elbows. Dax chomped down on Archer's forehead. Archer ran at Dax, but Dax dodged him. Dutch grabbed a tag but missed an elbow drop on Dax. Danielson made a tag and clobbered Dutch with kicks in the corner. Danielson wiped out Dutch with a running elbow. Danielson blasted Dutch with a tope suicida. Danielson climbed to the top rope and cracked Dutch with a shotgun dropkick. Danielson evaded the Bossman slam from Dutch. Danielson applied the label lock after Archer broke it up. Dutch cleaned house on Danielson and FTR. Archer ran towards Cash, but Cash countered with a with a dropped toe hold, sending Archer crashing into the steel ring steps. Archer jumped back in the ring and went for the blackout on Cash, but Danielson saved Cash with a running knee to Archer. Dutch grabbed Dragon and decimated him with a Bossman slam. Cash connected with a tornado DDT on Dutch, but Vincent broke up the pin. FTR hit Shatter Machine on Vincent, and Cash pinned Vincent for the victory. After the match, the Righteousness ambushed FTR and stomped Cash and Dax. Archer chokeslammed Danielson onto the apron. The EVPs will get their pound of flesh, said Nigel. Dutch smashed Cash with a steel chair. Archer whacked Dax with a chair. Archer planted Cash with a blackout onto the steel chair. Vincent hit Dax with a senton onto the chair, and it was resting on Dax's midsection. Daniel Garcia stormed to the ring wheeling a chair. Garcia took out Archer and Vincent with a steel chair and leveled Dutch with a lariat. The EVPs are not going to like this. The young man expected a very steep fine, said Nigel. I would actually, I'm going to be bluntly fucking honest. Get fucking goddamn Darby Allin out of there. Fucking, this is absolutely fucking ludicrous. All right? Darby Allin should never fucking be in a wrestling ring for a good 2 years. Heal your ass up. If you fucking do anything again, you're going to get fired. I've wasted more fucking time and resources on you, and you're supposed to be an investment, right? While you fucking are basically don't care about your well-being, you decide to go do these things and you get hit by a bus and yada, yada, yada. Why aren't you at home resting? You have a broken foot, right? So they fucking bring his ass out there saying because it works in because he lost the fucking Stig retired. They beat fucking the Young Bucks. Sorry, the Young Bucks at Dynasty. That's over with. They should not be doing this. Tony Khan is a blithering fucking idiot. He cannot fucking give other people a chance. He has to go to his tried and true. This goes the same with WWE. Darby Allin needs to fucking come back next year. But we all know that's not going to happen because Darby Allin is a fucking blithering fucking moron. And people want to be like him. He's got injuries. He should be medically cleared. What the fuck is going on? And then he got hit in the head underneath the fucking ring. If he is concussed, and if he is concussed, and this ends up coming out, Tony Khan needs to fucking goddamn be forced to sell the company for doing this. If this ever comes out later in the in maybe 5 or 6 years that Darby Allin was participating in this fucking match and he was concussed, then we need to fucking start questioning Tony Khan's fucking ability to fucking run a company. Because then he's just he's just as bad as GCW and Bloodsport. He's worse. And then you're gonna have fucking Darby Allin try to sue WWE for CTE. Because we've had that issue. We've had fucking professional wrestlers sue WWE and they were never on contract. Thinking that there was this big fucking class action lawsuit that everybody signed up for, and meanwhile, the majority of them never fucking even stepped foot in a WWE ring. So for all the people that are going to try to get a payday when they have no more money when they're 70, 80 years old and they still have to keep on wrestling like Terry Funk did, don't fucking sue WWE. Sue fucking AEW. They have the money. So we go into Rampage. We have Kyle O'Reilly versus Lee Moriarty. Starting off with Rampage. Moriarty and O'Reilly chain wrestle on the mat to start the match. Lee jabbed at Kyle, and Kyle filed back with a flurry of offense. Kyle yanked on Lee's arm. Moriarty regained momentum with a dropkick. Kyle swept out Lee's legs. Kyle put Lee in a leg lock in the center of the ring. Lee managed to reach the ropes to force the ref to break the hold. Lee charged at Kyle with a running straight kick in the corner for a near fall. Lee applied the Border City stretch. Kyle picked up Lee and suplexed Lee. Both men had the same idea of going for a head kick. Both men knocked the other down. Kyle put Lee in a body scissors, but Lee headbutted out of it. Kyle planted Lee onto the mat and applied an armbar, forcing Lee to submit. And this Wednesday on Dynamite, it'll be Kyle O'Reilly versus the House of Black, Malachi Black. Boy, do I miss Kyle in NXT. He was such a star. Playing second fiddle to fucking a legend of Adam Copeland. I'm telling you, if Malachi Black doesn't get the TNT championship, just give him his papers so he can call Papa H and tell him I'm coming back home. Get the shirts ready, get my fucking coat of orange ready, and let's get this going. Because if he loses, he's gone. Lexi Nair was backstage with the Acclaim and Daddy Ass. Caster said the latest rap video was all about the Acclaim returning to tag team action, but none of the other teams seemed to want to take them up on it. So they took the first match they could get, and that is Anthony Bowen against Brian Cage tonight. La Faction Incorables. Roosh versus Cody Chun. Roosh, when your contract comes up, please do me a favor and sign with WWE. You should have signed with them before you did this. You would have never been hurt. You could have been with the LWO or the Legado del Fantasma. Or you could have fucking formed a tag team with Andrade El Idolo. I actually would like to see Charlotte take a stab at it, managing. Having her come out, being that strong, dominant woman, she could take a little time off from wrestling. She could still be on camera, still being a factor, but being in her husband's corner. Just a thought, you know? Cody charged at Roosh, but Roosh dodged him. Roosh smashed Cody with the bullhorns and pinned Cody. Waste of time. Blinked, it was over. Roosh is not being paid by the minute. Wow, what a statement, said Nigel. After the match, Roosh pulled Cody out of the ring and continued to assault Cody Churun. Roosh whipped Cody into the guardrail and kicked him. Roosh pulled out the AV cables and whipped Cody with them. Lexi Nair was backstage to see if she could get a status update on FTR and Danielson. The Elite put a price on our heads, and it's partially worked because, unfortunately, FTR won't be able to make it to Dynamite this week. But the Elite also partially failed. The Elite say that they want to change the world. They won't even show up on Saturdays. And this Wednesday, I'm going to be on Dynamite. If they're going to be EVPs and like this, they need to be on all shows. If they really want to change the world, they got to do that. The Virtuoso, Deonna Purrazzo versus Robin Renegade. Deonna Purrazzo used a wrist lock takedown. Deonna rolled up Robin for a 2 count. Deonna locked an armbar on Robin, but Robin reached the ropes with her legs, forcing the ref to break the hold. Robin smashed Deonna with forearms. Robin rocked Deonna with a shotgun dropkick for a near fall. Deonna pump kicked Robin in the head. Deanna locked on an armbar and forced Robin to tap after the match. Deanna continued to punish Robin with a Venus de Milo until Thunder Rosa sprinted to the ring. Deanna left the ring. As Thunder Rosa was checking on Robin, Deanna snuck back into the ring and shoved Thunder Rosa into Robin. Deanna retreated until Thunder Rosa caught up with Deanna. Thunder Rosa whipped Deanna into the edge of the ring until Deanna ran away through the fans. This is more compelling of what's going on than with Toni Storm and Mercedes. I am so goddamn thirsty today. A video package highlighting impending return of Scorpio Sky. Sonjay Dutt was backstage with Lexi Nair. Dutt, Bryan Danielson, this is for you. I heard the Elite put a price on your head, and we worked out a hell of a deal. This Wednesday, it's going to be the American Dragon versus Salman Singh. Bryan, this is what you wanted when you come to AEW. This is how your fucking retirement's going to be. I would not be surprised that he goes back for like 2 years in WWE and they give him a send-off. Because I think that should be the case. He made his name through WWE, and I think they need to make do on that, and I think he needs to make do. Rampage main event, the Machine Brian Cage versus Anthony Bowens. Cage brought Bowens caught Bowens off the apron and powerbombed Bowens against the steel ring post. Cage whipped Bowens into the ring steps. Cage planted Bowens hard onto the apron. Bowens jumped off the turnbuckles, but Cage caught him. Bowens managed to cradle Cage for a near fall. Bowens chopped Cage down. Bowens wiped out Cage with a famouser. Cage suplexed Bowens from out of the ring back into it. Cage clubbed Bowens with a discus lariat. Bowens escaped the drill claw and pump kicked Cage for a 2 count. While the ref was distracted, Cage connected with a low blow on Bowens and decimated Bowens with a drill claw, scoring the pin. And that is it. That is it. Dynamite is coming from Bakersfield, California in the Mechanics Bank Arena tonight. Again, if you're wondering why I'm live, I'm going to tell you the reason why I was live, or that I'm finishing up. Because we have double pay-per-views this weekend, PLEs, whatever they want to call them. We have the King and Queen of the Ring tournament, which is on Saturday at 1, and Double or Nothing is on Sunday. So what did you want me to do? I can't go twice on Friday. I'm looking out to see if they're going to, tape it and go live at Saudi Arabia. And then if that's the case, I'm going to go live really, really early. If it doesn't, I will be going live right after SmackDown on Friday. My schedule is as follows. Preview predictions will be on Friday, no matter what. You're going to get the go-home shows of Raw and SmackDown on that preview and predictions for WWE King and Queen of the Ring tournament. As soon as that finishes on Saturday, I'm going live with the review of the event. I am also going to check on my cable system if Rampage is still bopping. If Rampage is still bopping, is not bopping and Collision's not bopping on Saturday, I'm going to go live with that legitimately first thing in the morning. I'm going to go do that and everything like that, get that situated. Monday, I'm off. So guess what? I am going live Monday late morning to get that done for Double or Nothing. So everything, just keep looking at my X account. Also, please follow me there. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and Cameo, all Mel'S Mat Chat. Also, please follow me on Snapchat, which is the real Mel'S Mat Chat. No, sorry, real Mel'S Mat Chat. Sorry, not get rid of the. Also, please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for all notifications so when I go live, upload a video, you will all know about it. Also, please do me a favor. Please go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Go check out Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. And please get on the hottest independent wrestling company in the tri-state area, which is House of Glory. They have an event coming up on Friday, so you could go check it out on the Thriller app. Please join me on Friday at some point for the preview and predictions of WWE King and Queen of the Ring tournament. I will see you then. Check out the rest of the content on the channel, which is the review of WWE Backlash 2024 from Lyon, France. So I will see you all Friday. Have a great rest of your week and enjoy. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. I love you all. Have a great day.